Hello and welcome everyone to the 2003 Daytona 500. We are here in Daytona, Florida for the 45th annual Great American Race. And boy, is it sure shaping up to be one hell of an event. I mean, we got last year's champion Tony Stewart in the field, last year's Daytona 500 winner Ward Burton also in the field, as well as 40 other cars all vying for a spot on the Daytona 500 trophy. Very prestigious honor to win the Great American Race, arguably the biggest race in sports today in terms of racing. So let's get down to the field. Let's look at the top 10, and let's look at some of our Gorgo homers as well. Take a look at the field. Starting on the pole today, Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the number 8 Budweiser Monte Carlo. A win here would be such a feel-good moment for that 8 team, as Dale Earnhardt Jr. has come so close to winning this race in the past, has not been able to do it yet. So maybe this year will be the year that he breaks that streak. Starting second, Wood Brothers Racing Team, the 21 motorcraft car of Ricky Rudd. Now, that's another team that if they want to be such a feel-good moment, because Wood Brothers Racing, one of the oldest teams in the circuit, they've had success at Daytona in the past, 1975 with Tiny Lund in the 21 car, but the last few years have been a dry spell without any wins, so a win here would be great for them. Next, Tony Stewart in the 20 Home Depot car, the 2002 champ, looking to expand upon his success from last year. Maybe one here would be great for him. Starting fourth, Jeff Gordon, the 20 DuPont Chevy, one of the best cars in this field, and definitely a favorite to win here. Starting fifth, Jeff Burton in the 99 Citgo Ford Taurus for Roush Racing. He's definitely a dark horse to win this race. He could win, not exactly the top expectation, but a win here wouldn't be that much of a surprise because he's a pretty good driver. Starting sixth, Bill Elliott in the 9 Dodge Dealers Interpret. His final full-time year in NASCAR. After this, he is done full-time racing, so a win here would be great in his final full-time year. Starting seventh, Rusty Wallace in the number 2 Miller Lite Dodge Interpret. Looking for a win here at Daytona would be a great finish for that Penske team, who has not won yet at the Daytona 500. Starting 8th, Matt Kenseth in the 17 DeWalt Power Tools Ford Taurus for Roush Racing. Starting 9th, Ryan Newman in the 12 Attel car for Penske Racing. And rounding out the top 10, we have a legendary driver who I don't think he's actually gone to the Daytona 500 victory lane yet. I don't think he's actually won the Daytona 500, but Mark Martin, maybe this year, he will finally enter victory lane at the Daytona 500. So now that we've gone through our top 10, let's do a quick rundown of the rest of the field and also talk about our Gorgo homers drivers that did make the field and not. So some of the guys that got in include Jack Sprague in the 0 car, Mike Wallace in the 09 car part-time for James Finch, Phoenix Racing, Greg Biffle, Rookie of the Year candidate in that 16 car for Roush Racing, Christian Fittipaldi, IndyCar driver, racing in on time for his first full-time NASCAR race. Or not full-time, part-time. He's not a full-time driver. He's in the 33 car. Casey Mears for Chip Ganassi Racing, and also Jimmy McMurray in the 42 car. All eyes on him after a surprisingly good run as a backup driver last year for Shilling Marlin. Actually got a win in his second race, which breaks a record. For those that did not qualify, the biggest name, probably Brett Bodine in the 11 car. He's only running a part-time schedule with Hooters as a sponsor, and he did not make it in. A few others include Derek Cope, the 1990 Daytona 500 winner, Larry Foyt, David Green, Tony Raines, Mike Harmon, Kirk Sherman, or Shelmerdine, and Hermie Sadler. So, interesting field we got here, 42 drivers, and unfortunately not everyone can make the race. When you have only 42 drivers and 50 entries, then it gets a little bit complicated. But now that we've gone through the field and those that did not qualify, the honorary mentions, let's get those engines started and kickstart the 2003 season, officially begin the Daytona 500. We are here. We are ready. Pace car taking the left turn down. 30 laps, 42 drivers, 1 winner here at Daytona. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, kicking off the 2003 NASCAR season. Neck and neck so far. Dale Jr. goes to the middle side for some reason. I don't know what just happened there, but Ricky Rudd has just pulled out to take the lead. Yeah, that 21 car, now the leader as they're going 3 wide already. So that's kind of an interesting strategy. They didn't wait long to break that 2x2 formation, which is really surprising how aggressive they're going right off the bat. But, you know, it's Daytona. It's the biggest race of the year. What do you expect? Ricky Rudd pulling down turn 3. Like I said, this is just going to be a highlights video. We're not playing the entire race to save time. And Ricky Rudd. Oh, we got some cars in the wall. Mark Martin turning around. We got a big one on lap 1. Christian Fittipaldi, Jimmy Johnson, Jimmy Spencer, Jack Sprague, Jeremy Mayfield all involved. Big crash right off the gate. Lap 1 wreck. You don't see that too often in NASCAR. I'll admit, there's been stranger things. But yeah, the lap 1 wreck. They tried to make it work the high side, but they went too high. Ricky Rudd currently their leader. Let's take a look at that wreck. So it looks like they're almost going 4 wide here. Kenseth hit the wall, went up and took out his own teammate in the process. Jimmy Johnson also turned around. Mike Wallace also involved. Rookie Greg Biffle taken out. Not even in the first lap of his own NASCAR race. Casey Mears, this was his first ever NASCAR lap, and he's already wrecked. Tough luck for some of these guys. Todd Bodine also involved. Jamie McMurray had all eyes on him after winning his second career NASCAR race. Now his first full-time ride, and he could already be out due to this wreck. So we're going to go skip ahead and see what happens next. But definitely an interesting twist to this race that some of the top contenders like Jimmy Johnson, Mark Martin, Matt Kenseth already damaged and possibly out of the race. All right, it's lap 5 out of 30. We go back to green. It'll be lap 6 out of 30. Yeah, Mark Martin, Matt Kenseth, Jeremy Mayfield, Jack Sprague, a few others, all out of this race. So just heartbreaking to see your chances fade after the first lap. But I guess that's how racing is sometimes, unpredictable. Green flag here for Ricky Rudd, who has led all the laps in this race so far. So yeah, it does look very dark and stormy, but they said the storms are going to pass and we will not have to stop this race due to rain. At least that's the expert prediction. As Tony Stewart pushing the 21 car to the front. Let's see if he tries to make a pass for the lead or if somebody else will take to the front. But it could be Ricky Rudd still out front, still on point. Nobody's challenged it, but here comes Sterling Marlin. He is no stranger to victory here, having 3 wins in the Daytona 500. Sterling Marlin makes the pass, and it looks like he could be the first driver not named Ricky Rudd to lead a lap here, as Jeff Green pushing him to the front. We haven't talked much about him, but he is the 2000 Busch Series champ. Could have a strong showing here and impress his boss, Rick Hendrick, as we stay green. First full green lap of this race. So yeah, your top 5 right now is Sterling Marlin, Jeff Green, Tony Stewart, Dale Jarrett, and John Andretti up to 5th place in the 43 Cheerios car. All right, lap 10 out of 30 now, and 3 cars up to the front. Sterling Marlin, Jeff Green, and Ricky Rudd. Tony Stewart in 4th, Dale Jarrett in 5th, and it looks like the top 10 is kind of broken away here with the Petty Enterprises cars of Kyle Petty and John Andretti rounding out that top 10 field. So taking a look through, Jamie McMurray and Jimmy Johnson both still on the field after that wreck, but their cars definitely very slow. A lot of the cars that were involved in the wreck have been performing a lot weaker, and it definitely shows that damage does pay a price. Or being the wreck, it does come at a price, you know. Wrecks might be fun to watch on the TV or in the stands, but, you know, for these drivers, it's heartbreaking when you come so close. When you qualified in, you got a good spot, you're feeling confident, got a great car, and then you just knock down on the first lap. But unfortunately, that's how racing is. Here comes Ricky Rudd making a pass for 2nd. And Ricky Rudd gets it. Sterling Marlin, still your leader. All right, we've hit the halfway mark, lap 15 out of 30. More lap down traffic as Mike Wallace now gets involved and almost causes Dale Jarrett to wreck. Sterling Marlin takes back the lead. John Andretti up to 3rd. What an upset it would be if he could get the 43 car back to victory lane for the first time since 1999, 4 years ago. I believe Andretti was the last person to win a race in the 43 car. He won at Martinsville in 1999. So, return to victory lane would be great here and protect them from any chance of him jumping ship or losing his ride. Sponsored by Cheerios, and they'd be very happy sponsor to see him win. But also, Coors Light would be very happy to see Sterling Marlin get another win in that 40 car. Green flag pit stops underway, laps 16 out of 30. Sterling Marlin, Ryan Newman, your leaders. Most of them have gone through pit stops. A few of them have not. John Andretti right now, he's your leader in the 43 car. He has not pit yet. Dale Jarrett second. Ricky Rudd third. Jarrett making a push for the lead right now. As lap down car of Terry Labonte, who I believe was also in the wreck, could cause some issues for that low line of Dale Jarrett. As actually, no, they're going to go 3 wide. Labonte's going to make the smart move, and he's going to go low to prevent a wreck. As now, Jarrett and Rudd and Labonte all heading off to pit road. John Andretti, he's the only car not to pit. Well, Johnny Benson also does not pit. So, interesting strategy here. We'll see if it pays off. If a wreck happens, that 43 car could be the only car in the lead lap. Oh! Caution! Is that a caution? I don't know, but Joe Nemechek and Kenny Wallace just collided on pit road. Damage to both those cars. No, that's not going to bring out the caution. And, man, John Andretti really need that caution to establish a dominant lead. Yeah, what are they thinking? I don't know. Miscommunication there. Everyone has pit now. It's lap 20 out of 30, and John Andretti barely your leader as we got some close competition for the front. Dale Jarrett just got passed by Bobby Labonte for second. Another lap down car, Jamie McMurray. He could go 2 laps down now, and he's going to allow John Andretti to get the front side. McMurray, the rookie, has been making some stupid mistakes here. That's got to be the biggest one that we've seen so far, because first he caused the leader, Sterling Marlin, who's his own teammate. What's going on here? McMurray has gotten into Sterling Marlin twice now, so serious miscommunications there between the teammates as he's harmed Sterling Marlin's chances of victory. John Andretti and Dale Jarrett, the only ones not to be caught up by that mishap, and I think McMurray could be seeing the black flag here because he should have gone to the apron or to the high side to avoid these cars. It's not fair to block these guys. As we go through the field, everyone made their pit stops, and we should be clean unless their caution happens. No more pit stops for the rest of this race. Lap 23 out of 30, and we have a caution for debris. I don't know why the caution was thrown, but it looks like that there was some debris on the track. And that brings out the caution. John Andretti, your leader. Can he get a huge upset victory, hold on to the lead, or will somebody else take it from him? So it's lap 27 right now. When we go back to green, it'll be 3 laps to go, lap 28 out of 30. John Andretti in front of the Daytona 500 right now, in front of the entire field, and a win would be so huge for that 43 team. Pace car rolling down the field. Green flag, 3 laps to go at Daytona 500. John Andretti, your leader. Dale Jarrett second. Bobby Labonte third. Ricky Rudd fourth. And Ricky Rudd already making the move to the low side. Trying to make it work. Here comes last year's champ, Tony Stewart, to the top 5 now. As the 43 car gets a nice lead. However, that 43 car is a bit of a sitting duck. As if he doesn't block correctly, he could lose that lead. John Andretti, man, what a win this would be for that 43 team. John Andretti, your leader right now. They're going 5 wide. What is this? Tony Stewart wrecks, gets in the wall trip. They spin. Coming to the checkered flag. This is going to be for the race. John Andretti, your leader. Here comes Ricky Rudd side by side to the checkered flag between the 2 most legendary teams. Ricky Rudd gets the win, stealing the win from John Andretti. Ricky Rudd is the winner of the Daytona 500. Wow, 2 long winless streaks were at stake here. Ricky Rudd makes a huge pass, and he gets the win. Ricky Rudd officially a Daytona 500 winner. What a great moment for that 21 team. What a heartbreaker for John Andretti, as he just got passed on the last second. And Ricky Rudd is going to win this race. let's take a look at that wreck that happened that brought out the race-ending caution. So Tony Stewart goes down to block Ryan Newman and gets second place, but he's too close, so he goes up and clobbers Michael Waltrip. Waltrip flips on his lid, and he gets, bam, smashed by Robbie Gordon, Elliott Taylor involved, Jamie McMurray, Mike Wallace, sorry, Kurt Busch, a lot of drivers involved. Let's take another view of that. Yeah, Tony Stewart made a really aggressive move, got up, hit Michael Waltrip, and Waltrip flipped over. He's the innocent bystander. I just feel so sorry for him. He could have gotten a top 10, and he ends up destroyed. And these drivers really had nowhere to go, honestly. I mean, they all tried to go low to avoid it, and that caused them to wreck into it. But yeah, what a photo finish. Great ending to this Daytona 500. We promise it's going to be action-packed. Let's see that finish one more time. But just got the nose under John Andretti, one of the closest Daytona 500s in history. I don't remember the closest, but that has to be up there. So that's going to do it for this year's Daytona 500. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll come back with the next NASCAR Winston Cup Series race. See you all next time. Hello everyone, welcome to Race 2 of the 2003 Winston Cup Series, the Subway 400 from Rockingham. We're going to show you the highlights from this 40-lap event. Dale Jarrett starting on the pole, Rusty Wallace second, Matt Kenseth starting third, Ricky Craven fourth, and Ryan Newman running out the top 5. For Gorgo homers, everyone qualified because there are only 42 entries. Hideo Fukuyama and I believe Larry Foyt were the two cars that did not enter last week's race that got into this week's race. So let's get the race started. Let's get those engines fired and start up the Subway 400 at North Carolina Speedway. So Dale Jarrett and Rusty Wallace leading him off to the start of this race. And Dale Jarrett gets the nose ahead. He's got the bottom line, so he has the advantage here, getting ahead of the 2 car. Matt Kenseth pushing the fellow Ford up to the front of the pack. Ryan Newman goes under for 3rd place. Just a quick rundown of the field here. Jerry Nadeau actually hit the wall there in the 01 car at the start of the race, but no, he didn't spin out, so there was no caution. Dale Jarrett leads lap 1. So lap 3 out of 40 sees the first of 2 cautions of this race. John Andretti hits the wall and causes Kurt Busch to spin around. Kurt Busch makes contact with Andretti's teammate Kyle Petty. The caution comes out. Nobody leaves the race. Another replay here. You can see Andretti just hits the wall and causes Kurt Busch to spin around after he makes contact there. Kurt Busch suffers some minor damage, but he's not out of the race. Lap 7 out of 40 sees the green flag wave once again. Dale Jarrett, your leader, Matt Kenseth second. Ryan Newman getting under his teammate Rusty Wallace for that 3rd position. As in, the Penske teammates are actually fighting each other right now with the Hendrick teammates, Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson, drafting each of them. Kind of weird there, but I guess that's how it just ends up going. Matt Kenseth pushing Dale Jarrett to the front. Dale Jarrett, still your leader, has not been passed yet. So lap 10, there you can see Hideo Fukuyama's car in the 66. But Matt Kenseth has taken a lead, getting our first lead change of the day, that 17 DeWalt car out in front. Our second and final caution of the day comes out in lap 15. Jimmy Johnson blows his engine, had a single car spin there, but Jimmy Johnson, sadly, he will not be able to continue this race. Lap 17 right now, cars pitting for the only pit stop of the day. If another caution came out, they probably would have had to pit, but they did not. And Matt Kenseth leads him off of pit road after this one. You can see all the cars coming down. Jimmy Johnson, the only car out of the race, and he ends up being the only car that does not finish the race. Green flag once again. Matt Kenseth leading, Jeff Gordon second, and Mark Martin third. Dale Jarrett fourth. Ricky Craven up to the top 5 now, and Matt Kenseth holding on to the lead in that 17 DeWalt Power Tools car. Lap 22 now. Jeff Gordon, your leader. He gets by the 17 car of Matt Kenseth to take the third lead change of the day, and this would end up being the final lead change of the day. Jeff Gordon would not be passed at all past that point, and he would get the win. Tony Stewart finished second. Mark Martin finished third. Matt Kenseth fourth, and Sterling Marlin rounded out the top five. But yeah, Jeff Gordon gets the win here in the second race, and now he and Ricky Rudd are the two race winners of the season. Hello everyone, and welcome to sunny Las Vegas, Nevada for the third race in the 2003 Winston Cup season, the UAW Daimler Chrysler 300 at Las Vegas. Today we're going to see a very action-packed, exciting race, 30-lap shootout between some of NASCAR's best drivers, and man, we've had a crazy season so far. The Daytona 500, one of the best Daytona 500s in recent memory, with the lap 1 crash causing carnage, and then the finish that saw Ricky Rudd just get a huge win for Wood Brothers Racing with a last lap pass on John Andretti. Then race 2, Jeff Gordon got the win, and now he starts on the pole in that 24 car. So looking at the field, Jeff Gordon on point, Dale Earnhardt Jr. second. Sterling Marlin, who is the only driver to have two top fives this season. He's finished top 5 in both his races, starting third. Bobby Labonte fourth, rounding out the top 5, Mark Martin. Our points leader, Dale Jarrett, starting in the middle of the field. Let's find him. Yeah, Dale Jarrett starting towards the back of the pack. But he's our points leader. He's done a very good job this season, so high expectations for him this race. So when you're looking through the field, let's do a rundown of the field here. But the go-or-go homers was a little bit different. We actually, unlike last race, we had more entries than allowed spots. We had, I believe, 45 entries, only 42 spots. So the guys that got in, Jack Sprague, Greg Biffle, Jimmy McMurray among some of the names. Hideo Fukuyama actually got in. And then a few drivers that haven't been able to qualify or just haven't had the sponsorship or money to be able to race full-time got in. So a couple feel-good moments there. Derek Cope in the 37 car managed to qualify on time for today's race. And Tony Raines as well did not attempt the last race because he didn't have any sponsorship. Now the 74 team has Staff America as an associate sponsor, so they have enough money to continue racing at least the next couple of races in that 74 car as a go home team. And now the big shocker, Casey Mears, a Rookie of the Year candidate running full-time on the 41 team, failed to qualify, just barely missed out, and he will not be at today's race. Brandon Ash in the 02 car attempting his first race, and then 2003 season failed to qualify, along with Larry Foyt, who was able to get into last race due to the fact that nobody was eliminated during qualifying. He got in last race, but he didn't do so hot last race, and now he's already out. He did not qualify. So now that we've gone through the field, let's get the engine started and get this 30-lap race at Las Vegas on. All right, pace car down pit road. Jeff Gordon and Dale Earnhardt Jr. Green flag at this event, and oh man, something wrong with Dale Jr.'s car. Either a bad restart or just something wrong with his car, as he has totally lost in position. That's caused all the cars to stack up here. Bad luck for Dale Earnhardt Jr. as Jeff Gordon, your leader, in second place in points, Sterling Marlin, second place right now. Tight racing right now already due to second place. The second place car getting essentially just caught up there. I think it might be an engine problem or something. I don't think it's just a bad restart because he's still falling back. I hate to see that happen to the 8 car, honestly. No one deserves to have that kind of stuff happen. We got a caution already. The lap 1 caution, we don't see it too often. We already saw it at Daytona, but let's check a replay. Jerry Nadeau involved, I believe. Let's see what happened. So John Andretti, who finished second at the Daytona 500, getting turned by Terry Labonte, comes up, clips Jerry Nadeau, and he accidentally takes out his own teammate Kyle Petty. That's the second race in a row that John Andretti's accidentally, he started an accident that's involved his teammate, because last race at Rockingham, he accidentally spun Kurt Busch into Kyle Petty. So let's take another view of that. Richard Petty probably very annoyed right now. It's very weird that John Andretti tried to merge as soon as he did. He couldn't have waited any longer, but, you know, I'm not judging. Let the NASCAR drivers do. It's very hard and challenging and not easy. So, first caution of the day comes out early on lap 1, and we're going to go to a caution flag period. As your leader right now, Jeff Gordon. Lap 5 out of 30, when we go back to Green Bay, lap 6 out of 30. And the pace car's pulled down. Jeff Gordon, your leader. Sterling Marlin second. Bobby Labonte third. Green flag here at Las Vegas. Jeff Gordon trying to make it 2 races in a row, but he still has 25 laps or so to hold off the rest of the field. And Bobby Labonte making a push-up for second. We haven't heard much of him this year, but the 18 green Interstate Batteries Chevy getting a nose under, and yeah, he's going to take the lead. Sterling Marlin allowing him to take that position as to avoid a wreck. Bobby Labonte up to second. Jeff Gordon first. Let's do a run out of the field here. Oh no! John Andretti almost just turned Tony Raines there. What's going on? John Andretti just spun out Tony Raines. What is he thinking? Is that going to bring out a caution? I don't know, because that wasn't in front of any of the field. And yeah, it is. I have no idea what just happened there. John Andretti just spun around Tony Raines. That's going to bring out another caution here. And they're all like bunched up now. Jeez. Let's see who's going to get it to the front. I think it's going to be Jeff Gordon, yeah. So, very bizarre wreck. Let's see what happens. See the replay. Yeah, you don't see that happen too often. Andretti went low to pass. Raines went to block, and Raines, yeah, his back bumper stuck to the front bumper. So, yeah, Andretti had nowhere to go, really. The bumpers got locked, and he tried to get around it. And that ended up Tony Raines getting spun out. So, second caution here at lap 8 of the UAW Daimler Chrysler 300. And it's definitely been an interesting race so far. Pace car headed off pit road. It's lap 12 out of 30. We got 18 laps left. Jeff Gordon has led every lap so far. Green flag here at Las Vegas. Will Jeff Gordon make it 2 in a row? I don't know. He's got a great car. He very well could. Sterling Marlin going under Bobby Labonte. Or actually, no, he just went under Jimmy Johnson. I'm sorry. 3 wide already for the top 10 position for 7th place. 7th place. Very tight racing so far. Robbie Gordon, known for his aggressive driving style, gets up in the top 10 right now. But here comes Bobby Labonte, the 18 car, trying to make the first lead change of the day. Bobby Labonte. Oh man, Jeff Gordon just got under him. I got over him, sorry. But here comes the 18 car again, trying to go for the lead. Can't do it. He's got the nose under Gordon. Can he make the pass? And he does. Bobby Labonte, our new leader. Gordon still hanging on, though, for that position. Who's going to get the lap? Gordon does. But we got a caution. What was the caution for? Let's see. Yeah, caution flag here. Dave Blaney spun out by Steve Park. He was racing too tight, and Dave Blaney gets put in the wall. Thankfully, he didn't hit anybody. Yeah, Dale Earnhardt Jr., he had some issues at the front. Now he's outside of the top 30. He's 32nd right now, so not looking good for that 8 car. Just not looking good. I feel bad for him. But right now, Jeff Gordon, your leader, but he might not be for long because Bobby Labonte, he's looking hungry as ever to get his first win of the 2003 season. 10 laps to go. We'll be at lap 20 out of 30 when he hit the green. And green flag here. Here comes Bobby Labonte already. That 18 car looking hungry as ever for the lead. But also at the same time, Jimmy Johnson now tries to take advantage of Labonte's move to the high side. Definitely a competitive race for the front. Tony Stewart, he's going to make a 3-wide for the lead out of nowhere. Labonte takes the lead, but then Tony Stewart comes out from under. What a move from Tony Stewart. You got to think that Bobby Labonte's kind of mad now. He just worked so hard to get to the lead and saw it just undermined by his own teammate, Tony Stewart. But what a great move by Tony Stewart there. Bill Elliott sneaking up into the top 5 in that 9 Dodge Dealers car for Evernham Motorsports. Tony Stewart, your new leader, the 2002 champ, finding a way to get out front. We got a caution flag here. Another wreck. And it looks like Kurt Busch has blown an engine. But he's got damage. Let's see, take a replay. So yeah, it looks like Kurt Busch got into Daytona 500 winner Ricky Rudd here. Kurt Busch spun around. Look at that. Look how fast he got spun around. Right into Ricky Craven. Oh, he got just clipped by Steve Park. On board with Steve Park. Let's see what the one Pennzoil car experienced. Steve Park, very familiar to crashes. He's been in a lot of dangerous crashes, but I don't think that was a big one. He just got clipped there. Nothing he can do about it. Steve Park and Kurt Busch are probably out of this race unless either team can make some serious repairs. When we come back to the green flag, it'll be 4 laps to go, and I'm telling you, Las Vegas shaping up to be a great race so far. Very competitive for the lead. Green flag, Tony Stewart out in front. Lap 27 out of 30. Or lap 26 out of 30, sorry. But Tony Stewart, great restart, exactly what he wanted to get out in front of the pack. And Joe Gibbs must be very happy right now. His cars are 1 and 2 in the field. But Rick Hendrick also, his cars are 3 and 4 in the field. Bill Elliott, he's in 5th, and now he gets... Oh, what happened there? Bill Elliott just lost 2 spots right away. I think it's because he decided to ride the high line and nobody else joined him. Very unfortunate for that 9 car. Tony Stewart still your leader. Lap 27 out of 30. Coming to 3 to go, and he's got his teammate Bobby Labonte right behind him. Can Bobby Labonte get the win? He was looking very hungry when Jeff Gordon was in the lead. Unfortunately, he got put in the middle and didn't really get the chance. But we got a caution. I think that might end the race. It's a big one. I think that's going to end the race under caution. Let's see what happened. All right, so it looks like what happened is that Greg Biffle got loose, hit Ken Schrader, and turned around Jimmy Spencer. Now, Jimmy Spencer doesn't get hit by anybody. It's Greg Biffle that gets clipped by Jerry Nadeau, sent into John Andretti, and then they just hit a huge group of cars. Right there. Derek Cope. I don't know what he was thinking there, but he ran right into that 32 car. So that is going to end the race under caution. And Tony Stewart, your winner of race 3. Bobby Labonte coming 2nd. Jeff Gordon 3rd. Jimmy Johnson 4th. Jeff Burton 5th.